hear the birds chirping and everything, bro. You know today's gonna be a good day. Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Meeks here, back with another video, and today we got a custom tutorial. It's gonna be a short but sweet one, so with that said, let's get straight into cooking.
See these niggas mad on the low. Shawty hit my phone, I'm on the road. In Atlantic County now, I'm the one they chose.
Now, like I said, this is going to be a simple and easy tutorial for y'all. We are going to be working with dye, so I do urge you guys to be as cautious as possible because dye is one of the hard things to be able to get rid of. You can't acetone it off. If it gets on the leather part, you'll actually have to paint over it, which will kind of be unfortunate. But as long as you're careful and you have the materials needed here, you should be able to get a good custom that'll last you a while. So without further ado, let's get into the materials. First thing is going to be your Angelus black suede dye. I'll leave a link in the description on how to be able to get this and all of the other products, including other colors. So if you wanted to try this out on a different pair with a different color, you're totally able to do so. A small detail brush and some mink oil. This is actually what you use to help waterproof any type of suede or mesh materials that you're painting so that it'll last as long as possible. Also, a quick tip is this is also good for conditioning your suedes as well. So if you ever wanted to spray this on top of some older suede that's lightened up a little bit, it'll help give it a darkened effect. And of course, your base. Today we're going to be working with the Blue Moon, and we're going to be turning this into a fragment colorway. So let's go for this simple and easy tutorial. Alright, so make sure you got no distractions, nothing's bothering you, you've turned in your midterm papers, you've already graduated college at this point, and you're not even looking for a job. You're just focusing on these shoes. Because when you're working with dye, like I said, getting it on this white leather material is going to be able to stain it, and then we're going to have to paint over it, and it's not going to leave as nice of a factory look. It is possible to cover up those mistakes, and if you guys would like a tutorial on how to do that, definitely reach out in the future. I have a couple of shoes I'd be able to practice on and show you guys how to be able to cover up certain mistakes. So it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to go into a time lapse of me doing this, and then I'll show you how I get those edges done.
I believe that if I fly, probably end up somewhere in paradise. I believe that if I fly, I'll probably end up somewhere in paradise.
Chancellor the rapper, Chatham the hood, Santa the children, had to bag up the goods. They say I'm saving my city, say I'm staying for good. They screaming channel for mayor, I'm thinking maybe I should. Fucked off you A&R, told them bitch I can't wipe you. Told your ass since day one, I don't like labels or titles. I'm a wascally wabbit, I know that tricks is for addicts that need fixes for habits, in love with carrots and cabbage. I'm a savage, established, bad bitch magnet, I'm magic, your majesty, I'm majestic. I think my message is massive, think you passive aggressive, I think you passed up your prime, think you passed up your chance to be chance, now pass it to A-Rap, I should've rhymed it with rhyme, ain't we been here before?
Now I can get this in good enough lighting. I can show you. This is what it looks like with one coat. It looks like an ashier version of that blue. Very, very faded but very dark. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 more coats of black Angelus dye, suede dye, on there, and it should darken it up. Pretty professional look. Alright, now for the edges, I know you guys want me to tell you some type of secret formula, what exactly I did, but honestly, it's just a good detail brush. Let me see if this one tells what it is. It's a 4 flat, and I like the flat ones because it's easy for me to get these edges. Some people prefer angular. It's kind of just what you personally prefer. Is patience, and I only apply a little bit of dye on the actual tip at a time. So that's going to be my best tip. Now let's start tackling these guys. if you guys saw from when I was laying down the finisher on the shoe, I actually realized that there's a small mark, and it's from dye. As soon as I was putting the cap back on the bottle for the dye, it turns out I got a little bit on my finger, and that transferred over to the suede. So I'm going to show you guys just as a quick bonus tip on how to be able to get rid of that. What you're going to need is a suede or Nuba kit from Angelus Direct. This is basically just a eraser that's designed for these suede materials, and we're going to use this and solely this to get that stain off real quick. So let me show you how it's done. This is going to take a lot of repetition, but as you can see with each pass, it starts to light up the material. And I gotta tell you guys, this was a lot deeper than it actually was before I started this. I just was fixing it on the back end because that's what a lot of these customizers do, just to make sure that when they take those final shots that they're showing you a perfected custom. And sometimes mistakes happen, so it's kind of nice to actually, I put everything down and I said, nope, I'm gonna show these guys how to do it, because that might benefit you guys in the future. All right. As you guys saw, we just got rid of that stain. So now we're all good to go get final shot.